Good. Greetings, all you wild and weirdos and weirdettes. It is Ron. That is Joe. Somewhere we have name tags. I don't know where they're at. Doesn't really matter.
Hang on.
Got them. Pop them up.
They're here somewhere.
And everybody, let me tell you what, tonight's going to be a very special show. We're going to do a little bit of news here in a little bit. But before we get into all that, we're going to get a little update. First of all, I'm back.
Ron is alive.
I am here. The rumors that you heard were not true. Bigfoot did not throw a tree at my house. It just fell on its own, and then on the car, and then on a house, and then, yeah. Anyway, there was some damage, and it was not Bigfoot's fault. There's a rumor going around that it was Bigfoot's fault. It was not Bigfoot's fault. I would also like to give a massive shout out to who was it? Tristan and Jaden, I believe, two technicians who worked their butts off to get us back on the air here in the studio. Many blessings to these fellows.
They moved the name button. I don't know where it's at.
Moth bless. Okay. Well, we don't have names now, folks. It looks, yeah, they did. It looks like there's some kind of a thing up here that says you. What is that?
Yeah, right.
I don't know what this is.
LW Marshall. It is Thursday. Yes, it is. LW, we appreciate you, brother, more than you know. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Many blessings to LW. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Wow. Did you see how that came up? That looked different, didn't it?
Yeah.
Huh, that's cool. I bet our names do that too.
They probably do.
I don't know how to do it. What's this?
I can't find it. After that buyout that took place a few months ago, there's been some changes.
Round corners. I do like round corners and bubbles. That's cool. Oh, wait, Joe, here it is. Oh, look at that. How'd you get wild and weird under you? How'd you do that?
It's part of your header.
It's not.
When you go, you have to be out, like in the editing thing where you pick your microphone and camera and all that, and you edit how you come in as.
Well, I'll have to play with that. Supreme Leader works, right?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to have. All right. Well, I am your Supreme Leader. That is Joe from Wild and Weird. No, I'm kidding. Let's get everybody in here and go.
They changed the banner.
Oh, I like that.
The scroller is different.
I do like these upgrades. All right, Joe.
So we've got our executive producers, Adam Good, LW Marshall, Teresa of Teresa's Haunted History of the Tri-State, Mary Hose, Ada Cox, Nancy White, Scott Holbrook, Lisa, Finding the Trackway, Tommy Swigger, Pat, Seth Beans, LaMille, Small Town Monsters, Eyes in the Woods, James Nelson, and our amazing super chatters that we couldn't do this without. Dewey the Deucer Edwards. Hope you're watching out there and enjoying your evening, brother. Spooky Appalachia, Jimothy out there. I know you're in the chat there at Appalachian Karate, Kung Fu Master Supreme, Guitar Chains Craig, Travis Rednick, Jeffrey Still, Russ Bailey, Chris Coots, Bigfoot, Littlefoot, Terry Summerfield, Sarah Ramsey, Julie Buck, Donna Ho, Angie Breeden, Jen Clower, Jamie Snell, Ike the Fob, Daddy Fauber, Ashley Hill on Wednesdays. We talk weird. Lotus Flower, Wendy the Pooh Bear, probably my favorite username still. Asher's Creation, Spirit Brothers, Paranormal UK, and then our newest members of the squad here, Pat Noble and Richard Minnick. Thank you guys for everything you do and the support you guys put behind the show. It keeps the lights on here, so to speak. Costs of everything have gone up this year. Across the board for any kind of subscription stuff. And you guys that keep this ball rolling for us, keep it free for absolutely everyone. Y'all are amazing. Ada Cox, we thank you. I still think she needs lightning bursting from her fingertips. But you guys are fantastic. We got Hellbent Holler in the house. What's going on? Appalachian Karate Online is in the house. That's old Jimmy. Tommy Swigger's in the house. What's going on, brother? Lisa is in the house as well. Then we've got Eyes in the Woods. Ada Cox, obviously. And we've got, because I'm doing this backwards, Larry Hose. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. Right back at you, brother. I'm telling you, man, that pup of yours is something else. She's gorgeous. Terry McCullough, good seeing you, brother. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Is Pat here yet? Let's get Pat in here.
LR, how you doing, brother? Then James Nelson's in the house. Gary Schuler's in the house. What is going on, everybody? You guys are fantastic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's going to be a fun,
Nikki
fun
Bennett.
little...
Hey, what's going on, Nikki? Ashley Hilt. Hey, y'all.
Ashley's here. Everybody,
Uberu, what's going on? Been looking for this all day. We've been looking for this all week.
Well, if we get enough people, you're going to be really looking forward to it, because I'm going to show you something that no one's seen.
It is awfully suspicious after a group of monkeys escape.
It is a complete coincidence. Yeah, for those folks who don't, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get into the news, because that is news, and there's a few other things.
Drawn.
All right, hang on a second. Y'all just chill out a second.
Kenny Hess, we're adding a new member right now, baby.
Add it now.
Kenny Hess, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to bump
Super
this
sticker.
banner down and throw you right into the mix.
Kenny Hess, bless
Kenny,
you.
thanks for doing the thing. I'm going to do a thing right now.
That's awesome.
Kenny, thank you. I know that we've been meaning to get out with you, brother, and I'm hoping that we can catch up with you very, very soon. It has been absolutely bonkers, and but we're definitely wanting to get out with you and your wife sometime soon.
Yeah, that's right. But it's been nuts, and it's really honestly showing no sign of letting up right now. But we'll get there. I promise. We will get there.
Bam. Kenny Hess has been added.
Hey, there you go. Now you're on there. That's how it should be.
Lisa.
Uh-oh. Lisa wants a you. And for those folks who have no idea, who may have stumbled in here and been like, what in the world is this? I thought these guys were serious researchers. We are, but we like to have fun.
We are.
And this is our place to have fun with
Work hard, play hard, baby.
And our friends. And therefore, welcome to our little friendly get-together that we do every Thursday. Let's see.
Tommy threw one up, man.
Tommy's got one.
I agree, Oz. Ron, you need to throw a free hugs sign on that the bunker behind
You know what?
Mothman.
That's a great idea. I think I'll do that. We're actually going to do some new cards soon. I swear. It's just right now all the production stuff.
Finally, the musical episode.
No, not yet. It'll come. It's next year. It's next year, Joe.
In time.
You'll have to make a guest appearance on it too, because I want to hear you sing a cappella. It'll be great, man.
Oh God.
You know, yeah, right? Is that not cool? Wouldn't that be cool? Huh? That's right. It's gonna be awesome.
Get Dave on drums, me on guitar, you on the uke and keys.
I think we should just
Joe and Jess can come in and sing a little ditty.
No, what we need to do is we need to get together and just get our pictures taken black and white in a dark room with a one single point light.
Oh,
like
the classic album.
Yeah, like the Queen album. Remember, the Bohemian Rhapsody. You know, they shot Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just like that. You know,
I'm down.
You and Joe and Kabir there in the front and Jesse over here, and me here. We can have Maria over there. But I figure Maria would just laugh at us. It doesn't matter.
Oh man, Kenny said it took me a while to figure out I had to use my phone for chats. Thanks for the sticker and look forward to hooking you up. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. We're looking forward to getting out with you as well. But like I was saying, it has been nuts, and Ron can attest. It has been a crazy.
Oh, it's been crazy
this year.
And you may get to see some of that nuttiness tonight. Let's go to the news first, okay? I'm going to go to the news really quick.
Yeah, because
we never will. Yes, that's important. Yeah, there you go, Lisa. I see a little silhouette of a Mothman too. Oh, did I say that?
I see a little silhouette of Mothman.
Let me see you. Let me get that out of your ears now.
Yeah, there you go.
You won't. So anyway, the news. Monkeys escape. Monkeys.
Yeah, not just a couple either. 40.
Why don't we go over this like for real? I'm not gonna play this up as a joke because there's some seriousness that's involved here.
No, this is ridiculous. James Nelson. If we're never going to get on with the show, but we love you.
No, I don't care if we get on with the show, as long as you're helping pay.
That put us well over the goal for tonight, James. Thank you.
At what we're going to do, we're never over the goal. Trust me. The equipment we need, we're never over the goal.
Well, yeah, with the equipment we need, we're
listen. So what we're going to do, the next event that we're at, guys, I need every single one of you, because you guys always show up at our events, and God bless every single one of you for doing that. That is some serious dedication. I've seen so many of you guys do it. The next one we do, right? Everybody gets together like that and they do that. Let's just do that. I don't know what they're saying. It doesn't really matter, but just do that. That'll be great.
In a TNT dome.
It'll be great, right? Just
that echo.
Get the echo. Right. So,
James, you're awesome. Thank you.
Huge blessings. And anyone else, by all means, throughout the show, feel free to do the exact same thing. If you are new, you will be added to the crawler at the bottom. When we go over at the top of the hour, you'll get to see that again. Because literally everything is because of you. That is how it works.
You need a sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Alpha Genesis.
Oh my gosh.
You're in totally not negligent monkey research. So yeah, all right. This morning,
hit that.
What has happened is a bio lab of all things, in South Carolina that goes by the name Alpha Genesis, who's definitely never had monkeys get loose before, had monkeys get loose today. And not just a couple. This has happened twice just in the last 5 years. Okay. It was 2016, 2019, and then today. But today was just bonkers.
How many monkeys got loose?
Rhesus macaques.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna bring this into scope for you guys.
Can you explain what that means to people who may be out in the woods?
A rhesus monkey is painfully close to us in the sense that we can give them colds and vice versa. It's similar to how chimps can do, but a rhesus macaque, we have a DNA marker It's the RH. It's marked as RH. And if you have it, you can get viruses from a rhesus monkey. But if you're RH negative, I don't know how that works. But those of you guys who are into the RH negative stuff, you do your own research. So these monkeys that get loose, one or two monkeys, I could probably be like, hey, that's a problem that, you know, somebody made a mistake and he got out, somehow got from the lab to the gate, out the gate, and into the woods. Now we got a problem, but it's easily trackable because, you know, a place that would be, I don't know, well funded and a multi-billion-dollar organization would probably definitely microchip all these monkeys so they could track them on satellite were anything to happen.
Yeah, I would do that.
You know, it would make sense. It
Worked
would
at
be the
Jurassic Park, didn't
responsible
it? I
thing to
mean,
do.
you know,
But
just
no. There's definitely not. Definitely, at least not these 40 that are now running amok in South Carolina. Somehow 40 animals, not just one or two, but 40 made it out. And the sheriff's department was who broke the story. And it is it's a problem, guys. These things are Alpha Genesis. It's a terrifying name for one, because it sounds like it's straight out of a horror movie. But
well, it sounds like that other island they were developing there, Jurassic
down
Park,
south.
you know, yeah, cyborg monkeys. There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Great. Here comes the next thing. They're going to quarantine. It's fine. Yeah, I made the same kind of comments earlier. And it's very probable it could happen if these things contaminate humans with whatever it is that they're being tested on, or was being tested on them, because we share a close enough genome that they could pass it right on. And that's terrifying.
Oh, that's great. It's up to 43 now, by the way.
43. Wow, the number keeps growing.
Yeah, it's up to 43 now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. We might get an accurate count soon. Yeah.
Lori, I was shocked when I read the story earlier. Yeah, I imagine everyone's surprised, honestly, because this is gross negligence is what it is. This isn't just an accident. And honestly, given mine and Ron's background, we can probably point a finger at some kind of animal rights group.
I can't, but I could see it happening.
Yeah, like I could see it happening is what I'm saying.
It's happened before, possibly.
Right.
So
with Ohio.
Maybe, you know, that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. It's alleged. But the thing is, you could totally see that happening. And I really hope that's not the case here. I really, really hope that kind of nonsense didn't start this. Because there's enough nonsense.
They let them go and they are tagged. They're hoping they will lead them to Bigfoot. These are the Bigfoot hunting monkeys.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem with the Bigfoot thing. And I think Jesse's probably the only one who took that serious. It's not a safe place in the woods right now.
No, it's not. You've got 40 angry monkeys that don't like people because people jab them and stick them.
Yeah, it's not a safe place in the woods right now.
No. These things can rip your face off and throw it like a frisbee.
Well, like you said, they're also very, very like us as far as their, you know, they go. You know, it's very possible they could get rabies immediately, you know, very, very immediately. That would transfer very fast into the, you know, into them probably. And then you got a bunch of rabid monkeys running around. That's possible. That's not science fiction.
Well, one of the biggest issues down in Florida is there's a bunch of rhesus monkeys that are loose in Florida from that outbreak there, or from a breakout there that turned into a massive herpes outbreak, because these monkeys are just ridden with herpes in Florida, and it's not good. And these things are in an area where the environment stays warm enough for them to not die over winter.
Well, it's absolutely insane. And we'll be keeping watch on the monkey apocalypse, because I bet by God you didn't have that one on your bingo card. Most people didn't anyway, not monkeys.
Lori says there should have been several layers to go through before they could have even gotten outdoors. 100% correct. So how they made it all the way out is anyone's guess.
I mean, it just comes down to choose your destroyer, right? I mean, that's it.
Yeah, right.
Someone thought
Octopus is in the
monkey.
house.
How about a cute little monkey? You know,
Yeah,
well, there's
it's a mess. And like I've seen a lot of people joking about going out and hunting monkeys, and I'm
you
like,
don't.
Nope,
I
not
mean,
me." Like,
I hope they do, but it's going to be braver for people than me.
yeah,
Ain't
yeah,
no
I don't
way.
want to go hunting these monkeys because they're
Nope.
fast and they're in the trees, man.
Yep. Yep. They jump out of trees on you. It's phew, not a good time. Not a good time. Anyway, stay out of the woods down there in South Carolina. And if you go in the woods, make sure you got some like mace or something. I don't know, or something
Yeah,
else a
bear
little
spray.
stronger. Yeah, there you go. So, in our other news, we did have some. We've been talking about this for weeks now. We've been promised this big announcement's coming, but I wanted to go back here and look at this for just a second. Okay, I found this hilarious thing today whilst looking for it. You'll know what that says. This is from 9 months ago, and they're pretty adamant, right?
Right. No, in all caps. The James Webb Telescope did not discover city lights on Proxima Centauri.
Yeah, see that. As far as we know, no such lights exist on exoplanets. The James Webb did detect interesting lights on a brown dwarf, though. Okay, that was 9 months ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know there's been recent talk. Is it true that James Webb Telescope detected artificial lights? Is that true, Joe?
I mean, apparently, absolutely not. It did detect the atmosphere of K2, though.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, anyway, it did not detect it, right? Okay, so those were 9 months ago.
1 week ago,
Yeah,
the
1 week
James
ago.
Webb Telescope detects 270% surge in Proxima b lights emanating from Proxima b on one of Earth's nearest exoplanets. Proxima b, located in the Proxima Centauri system, has long piqued the interests.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep. And right there is the latest. This was from I can't remember if what this website was. This may have been one of the school websites. I'm not sure. But in an astonishing finding, the James Webb Space Telescope has detected a 270% rise in what looks to be artificial light emanating from Proxima b, one of Earth's nearest exoplanets. Proxima b, located in the Proxima Centauri system, has long piqued science interest because of its possible habitability. But new evidence has revealed an unexpected twist. This rise of lights has prompted some to wonder whether a sophisticated civilization is illuminating its cities as darkness falls, or if this occurrence is the result of other undiscovered processes that we have yet to completely comprehend, or in-depth look at whatever. Anyway, basically what they're saying is they don't know, but it does seem that this is artificial. It does seem that this is not a product of what we know as nature. But then again, there are things here on Earth that light up and float around, and we don't know what those are either.
Right.
But more importantly, this is what I wanted you guys to take away from this story. Okay, this is very important. I want every single one of you to listen right now.
What's going
Ears
on,
up,
Jay?
ears up. Listen, this right here is why you do not invest so heavily into any belief system
Oh,
without
yeah.
knowing all the data. If you stick to it, this is what you turn into when this happens. There's a lot of us right now who are doing just that with the whole UFO thing.
Yeah.
It's not pretty. It's looking really dumb. First of all, it's splitting communities, and that's what they want. That's what the whole agenda is. Everyone
Yeah.
saw the Lou Elizondo thing. Oh, Lou, you posted a picture of something we knew was a hoax. How dare you? Here's the fact, guys. Lou Elizondo, believe it or not, is making a lot of money. Yes, he is. He has every right to do that, by the way. That's on him. He can do that. But here's the thing. Lou Elizondo probably didn't look at any of that material. He
Oh, yeah.
hired these
Yeah.
people, media people, to go out and find this for him, so he had something to talk about. They come back and say, "Here, Lou, there you go." Do you think he actually wrote his presentation like we do? I doubt it. I very seriously
No, he
doubt it.
probably just went up there and popped stuff off from memory and read off a screen a little bit with what they threw in there.
Probably. And so
Basically used it as cue cards.
Right. And the whole thing is, he came back out and said, "Oh, oops, you guys on Twitter, you set me right. Thanks," or X or whatever, that you set me right. And, thank you and move on. But no, we can't move on. He's a hoaxer. That's clever, Steve. Okay. Whatever. Moving on. That just aggravates me. It's nonstop. And so, I don't know. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't watch that. You shouldn't watch that,
we're
John.
blaming you now, John. This was your fault.
This is the whole thing about manifestation. You're going to have to come to learn to be very responsible with what you think, because I mean, you could have did this.
Yeah, he did handle the
did.
correction really graciously, and and that's how anybody should handle correction, especially when it's like irrefutable correction.
Right. I mean, we knew this. I mean, that's an old photo, honest to goodness. I mean, they are right about this. This thing was, I remember when it came out. I mean, it's pretty blatant what it was. What else do we have here in the news? Oh yeah, we have that thing about Netflix.
Oh yes, I watched the whole series last night.
Well, did you know that there's a lawsuit now?
Yeah, that's actually why I watched it, because I saw that the lawsuit popped up, and I'm like, well, Netflix might pull this soon. Netflix faces a lawsuit over the Manhattan alien abduction. However, Netflix has been facing challenges lately, as Linda Napolitano filed a complaint just 2 days before the Manhattan alien abduction came out. Napolitano demanded compensation for 6 different claims, including defamation, misinterpretation of character, fraud, breach of good faith. She even attempted to halt the release of the docuseries, but Netflix went ahead and planned the schedule. Read more to explore the full details.
Well, we can just skip through some of that, but you get the idea.
Yeah. So basically, she's trying to say that
she's not happy with her portrayal.
No, not at all.
And anyone who watched it understands exactly what they did.
Right. And the thing is, Peter Robbins joined her in this whole thing, who was a buddy of Bud Hopkins, and the estate of Bud Hopkins, who manages his assets. They kind of joined her in this.
Yep.
So
because it was to be a personal thing. You saw it.
They did.
One of the allegations is it's fraud. She was promised an accurate depiction of her story, including a neutral interview with Carol Rainey. Didn't happen. If you watch
that was
it
totally
definitely didn't happen. They set that up.
Yeah.
Breach of good faith, of course. Let's see, misrepresentation of character. And here is one of the things she said. She said Napolitano was not remotely close to be like or appear as the person that is on the screen. Never had any bone to pick with Carol Rainey. But boy, if you watch it,
it makes it out to be one.
I mean, it makes it out to be one really well, because I was sitting there and just watching this, and me and Maria watching it. We watched it like at the end of middle of episode 1, part 1. I was like, this is a jealousy thing. They're spinning a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. But it was weird, man. Did you notice how Carol recorded Bud? Like the weird way that she was doing that?
Oh yeah, the way she was recording herself.
Yeah.
This was planned decades ago.
Yes, it was weird. It was just like, what in the world? Because I mean, we were sitting there watching it, and I know Maria thought it was funny. I looked at her, I was like, look, if you ever pull a camera out and you start following me around and filming me and just holding it on me and trying to get me to say weird crap, we're gonna have problems. And she
thought that's what we called Paranormal Horizons.
Well, she immediately pulled the camera out and started asking me stupid questions. And I said, yes, those orbs that we saw, those were 100% me. I did that. I astral projected at the exact same time so I could take my own video of myself floating through the sky.
There you go.
That's how I said it.
Completely viable.
Completely. But no, I thought it was really weird how that whole thing played out, and it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it was
I felt like I was watching a like it very much seemed like they set these 2 cameras up
Uh-huh.
to record these 2 women
Yep.
and told them to tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, they never got to meet face to face, which is what she alleged that was supposed to have happened. And now I guess Carol's she died in like 2023, I think, like
Yeah.
last year or something. So that's really messed up. But it was good to see Bud. I really enjoyed those clips. That made me
Yeah, seeing those clips was
very
cool.
happy.
I really it did put a stain on everything though,
Yeah,
because
it
they tried
did.
to paint Bud in a bad light too, that
That
he
he
led
didn't
with
know
the
any
series,
better.
didn't know any better, like he was ignorant.
This
Yeah.
man did more for experiencers than anyone next to John Mike out there ever. There's been 2 people. Those are the 2 people who have done more than
Yeah.
anyone else, because no one else had their backs before then. There's people who've come afterwards, obviously, but
Yeah.
before, those were the pioneers. Those are the people who led the we're not alone, you're not alone, you're okay march. Yeah, Bud is from West Virginia. That's right, Adam.
Indeed.
Mhm. Well, one more last little bit of UAP news. We're looking at it next week on the 13th. We're going to have the UAP hearings. It looks like it's going to be interesting.
It
Looks like,
does. It
yeah.
does. There are hidden guests that they haven't given their names. There are apparently
Oops,
it's going
sorry
to
about that.
be a very, very interesting meeting, and it is next Wednesday.
It will be next Wild and Weird Wednesday is when it will be. And we're going to call it Wild and Weird Wednesday because next Wednesday, what else happens, Joe?
Next Wednesday is the worldwide release
Of the
for
conclusion.
Paranormal Horizons.
Yep.
And it is the wrap up for the Wineberry saga for this season.
Yep.
And it is insane.
Yeah. Will Ron and Joe be chased out of the woods by Bigfoot? Will he throw a tree at them? We don't know. Tune in and find out.
Hellbent Holler says there is a rumor that Chris Bledsoe is supposed to appear at the hearing.
I heard that. I just wonder. I mean, I really do.
Yeah.
They let that guy talk a lot. Let's just put it that way. If you read his book, you'd be like, why are they letting him talk if this is true? But
yeah, it's his stuff is really interesting, and it's getting, a lot of they just posted yesterday 22 months at #1 for the book UFOs of God.
It's a good book, man. It's a good book. And to be honest with you, it's just interpretation of these things, and it's the way he interprets it. It's pretty much what it is. I'm going to crap the news here because it's time to get into what this is all about.
Let's do it,
because we've got a lot of people sending some stuff and whatnot. So okay.
All right. Which ones are up first, Ron?
Well, let's see.
Because this is in focus, just like you just saw there. We are going to be examining the photographs, video, audio, tracks, all that kind of stuff that you've sent us,
Whatever
and
you send us,
putting it out there for everybody here as a collective to look at and analyze and see what we all make of it.
Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to throw these up here, and we're going to let you guys look at them and be objective about it, and hopefully we can figure out what is going on. Some may be a little, a little harder to see, but we're going to try to boost them up a little bit. So we'll be working over here in some of the apps and whatnot, and trying to boost them up where you guys can see them. So let me go find one for you.
I've got one ready.
We'll go right ahead with yours, and I'm going to go ahead and queue one up so we'll be ready next time.
All righty. So these came in from Finding the Trackway, and it is a series of game trail cameras and photos from the trail camera.
Okay, I'm seeing.
So these are from a spy point And that is an early morning shot there, 50 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Here is one from 2:40 a.m. And we're looking here at the same thing, but I think what he's pointing out here is at both the 7 a.m. and the 2 a.m. there is a light anomaly there that I'm gonna guess is maybe a spider web.
I'm not sure. It looks like there's
See how it doesn't
something.
move?
Yeah.
7 a.m. to 2 a.m.
It's 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. So something's over that lens. It would be my guess, but I don't know for sure. It's interesting to me because we've got this slight there's a and it's present right at midpoint almost. There's like a circle there. There's like a
Yeah, it's
round.
that circle in the middle,
Mhm.
but it's in the same spot and it doesn't move either.
No, it's the exact same piece of webbing or whatever that is. It's just thicker in that spot. But I'm not sure what we're looking at. I mean, it could be anything, but logically, that's what I would say. What does anyone else say? I want to hear your thoughts. This is your show, not just ours.
Trackways here. All right. Well, I'm going to pop those back
Trackway.
up. Trackway. And because we're looking at some of those that you shot over our way, these are some trail cam shots. So we're thinking spider web or some kind of obstruction just because it doesn't move. There's some sort of an obstruction that is really close to the lens and beyond the focal point. So it's kind of like the whole effect where your nose is always visible to your eyes, but you just kind of ignore it.
Wait. Holy crap, it is. I just noticed I could see my nose. Wow. Now, why'd you do that to me?
You're welcome for that, Ron.
It's going to bug me for the rest of my life. Thanks, Joe.
Only intermittently. You'll forget about it and then you'll remember.
Forget about what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trackway says, no, the shadow by the tree.
Okay, let's look at that.
Okay. Well, let's
Pop
look at the
that back
shadow
up.
by the tree.
Pop.
Is
I
it
see
in the
shadow by the tree?
My height, mid right, shadow blocking part of the tree? Okay.
Show me the other one.
That's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to toggle between them again real quick.
On the
Oh,
right.
yeah, it's
Do it again.
an inch away on your screen, about an inch away from that thin middle branch.
Thin middle branch. Okay. Thin middle branch. Oh, I see the thin middle branch.
Yeah, now look, there's that dark area.
I
Just
see the
to
dark.
the right of it. Real dark. You gotta.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Let me bring up one of the other ones real quick.
Yeah, that's really kind of cool.
Yeah, it's the same one. It's just zoomed in a little bit. Yeah, there's that is odd.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Wild, right?
Do you think it could be maybe a camera artifact or something from where it's shooting in IR? There might be a shadow, like a literal shadow created by the IR lamp.
Right. I mean,
because the 7 a.m. photo doesn't require IR. Like that's,
yeah.
You've got daylight peeking through. But this one requires IR, and it could be a shadow off of. Literally, it could be a shadow. Can you see how brightly illuminated that tree is? It's like showing up stark white. It could be a shadow being cast from that. The shape also kind of matches. If you look at the far left side, Ron, see that knot on the tree?
I do see the knot.
That knot on the tree kind of matches the shadow over here.
It kind of does, but that's kind of weird. I don't know. That's a tough one. What does the audience think on this one? I want to know what they say. What's your verdict, people?
You guys need a John Madden doodle board for times like this. That would be awesome.
Actually,
to have like a live screen doodle board.
We have that on this side.
Chris, what's going on, man? Gary Schuler said that's a tree knot, not a shadow. I'm thinking actually it might be the shadow from the tree knot on the far left. It caught my attention that it was around when I saw the shadow walk in front of the truck. Interesting.
What?
Interesting.
It is. I'm trying to get one of these videos to work. Sometimes it's hard to get your videos over, but
yeah, they can be cantankerous from time to time.
We do try. So let's see if this is gonna work. Let's see if that'll work. I'm just gonna call that subject 1.
Let's see.
All right. Let's see if subject 1 comes through. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. I think I got one. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. All right.
Sherry says, why would IR create a shadow? The same way that any light creates a shadow, right? So you've got a beacon of light.
It's not thermal.
Huh?
It's not thermal. A lot of people think that IR is like thermal.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So this is actually an infrared light source. It's an infrared light emitter, and the camera is literally bringing out the infrared light, and that's how it's seeing at night. It's an enhancement, right? So it's just like having a flashlight. Like if you shine a flashlight at any kind of structure, anything in the way, it's going to create an infrared shadow, just with the infrared light rather than an actual like flashlight. But it works in the same sense. The same way you would make like shadow puppets, you can do the same thing with an infrared light with night vision camera.
Okay, I think I got that. I did.
Trackway says, yeah, I had a shadow walk out in front of me the same night we caught the Wendigo EVP and the mists.
Oh, man.
IR isn't visible light, wouldn't show a shadow. It does when you're using an infrared camera.
I can demonstrate it.
Yeah, demonstrate it.
Hang on.
Because infrared is below the visible spectrum unless you're using a camera that
Hang on a second, guys. Let's put it to the test. Hang on. I'll be back.
Beth says, I didn't understand the IR shadows until I got my equipment. Yeah, it works just like a standard flashlight. It's just that it's not in the visible spectrum, and your camera detects it and picks it up where the your eyes can't. Dance, Joe, entertain us, right? Exactly. That's what I do right now. When you guys too, also when you're sending us some of these videos and things like that, try to send us smaller videos or smaller samples. We got a few cuts and clips. Some of the audio pieces that were sent in were like 50 minutes long, and they didn't have any notes with them to tell us what sections needed to be cut out, or it wasn't. Yeah. Trackway says, I normally didn't have a shadow in the captures there. Okay. So we can rule out that not then being what could have been making it if you normally don't have that shape there. Then let's see. Let's see if I've got another one here that I can pull on. Oh, Trackway, you did send a really, really interesting footprint that we're going to show here in a minute. We're going to go over that. We're going to do a screen share so that way you can see what's on my screen, because I'm going to be moving the 3D scan around, so that way you guys can look at it and see exactly what I'm talking about when I'm pointing out things. Yeah, it had been a while since you sent those particular ones. I hadn't got around to pulling them out for this specific thing. Some of the stuff that you sent with the there were YouTube links, and they were just it was really hard to bring those video clips. I'd have to like edit them out and bring them in to show certain clips here in the show. I don't know if I can, Beth. That's the thing. It because it came over Facebook. It's a real pain to pull stuff video wise from Facebook over. I can give it a shot though. Where are you at, Beth? There you are. Oh, yeah. Here, let's see.
Well,
You there? Are you there?
Well, after all that, the night vision died as soon as I started to get the shadow to work and hit the record button. It died.
Of course.
But who was it that asked the question?
That was Sherry Armstrong.
Sherry, I will make you a special video. I promise. Just as soon as I get that thing charged.
Infrared light still casts shadows in infrared spectrum. And if you have a camera that views in the infrared spectrum,
now you won't see it visually.
You visibly won't see it, but it'll show up on a camera.
Yeah, good enough. Oh, my light. I had to turn the light off. That's what it was.
Scott, see you in a couple weeks at Lexington Con. Yes,
much better.
Just around the corner, guys.
There we go. I got it. Focused.
We are excited to be at Cryptic. That'll be fun. You have my credential to share the evidence. Oh, okay, cool, Kenny. Thank you. I will.
What do you got?
See if I can get that audio, because that's
you got audio.
That'll be a good one.
You need to send it over. Oh well, no, won't do you any good.
I think I have it in my email.
Okay. Well, you to go do that. I'm gonna pop up one here. Let's see. This is a weird one. This is a really weird one. We're gonna watch the full size version first, and then we'll figure out what we're looking at. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to share screen. Present. Share screen. Okay. Can everybody see that?
There we go.
You guys can see that, right?
Just maximize your screen size, guys.
We're going to zoom in. So let me zoom a bit more and take this down. Can you guys see that now? Fairly good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, here. There. Now you can see a little better, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to play it. And I don't think you can hear it, but I'm going to play it anyway.
What? Is this being filmed through glass by chance?
Well, that's what I don't know. That is literally my only explanation for what we're seeing. And if we're not, then I don't know what that is.
Like you can do that kind of effect with filming through a window.
You can, yeah.
That
Now,
is
what's odd is you can't hear the audio, can you?
no.
That's one thing we still haven't changed. What's odd is they're just like, what is that? You know, they don't know what that is. And it's an older couple. It's not somebody who's trying to hoax something. They honestly don't know what they're looking at. So either that is appearing, you know, it's there, or it's a reflection that they're catching. I'm not sure which, but let's zoom in and go a little deeper with it and see if we can see it a little better, right? So
Yeah.
let's go in here. I'm gonna pull it down, pull this over a little bit, and we're just gonna kind of, oh, there we go. Can't really move it too far, but there is the object in question. Whatever we're looking at, I don't know, guys. I'm not making any claims to this. You see what we see pretty much as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a little emballs on this and see if we can bring out any shape. Sorry, excuse me. That's a little too much shape, but it does look like it is a. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't tell. The logical explanation says that was something that's through a glass, like you said.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
but again, the witnesses, their demeanor says that no, they were seeing this. I need more information on it. I would need to know a little bit more data. I'd like to know if it was taken through a glass window. It makes me think that it could be taken through a glass window. There's a dog. I can hear it barking in the background and whatnot. So
Lisa thinks that she saw the actual frame of a window back a little bit.
Okay, let's go. Let me actually blow this back down to regular size, Lisa. It's going to be a little smaller for you guys to look at, but let's go back down to the size and let me reposition it. Okay. Now, let's see if we can see it. Whoa, don't want to go that far.
Well, it was filmed from power line level.
There it is. Right there.
So it looks like it may have been indoors, or it could have been up on a knoll.
I think it's looking out a window, maybe.
Yeah, because the power lines are right there.
The power lines are right there. Could be on a porch, a deck, something like that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't tell. Are we looking into one of those Lou Elizondo things? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that could be a reflection. I'm not saying it's not a reflection, but I'm also saying I don't know what that is. So I need more data to be able to tell you what that is. I think anyone would be the same way with that. Anyone, who's not tied to a belief system that wants it to be something that it's not. I don't know what that is, guys. What's your verdict on that one?
Oh, come on. All righty. Abbott Hoffman said it could be Space Force. Terry McCullough says it was taken off a couple's front porch.
Okay. Well, that's different.
Yep. Tommy said it could be the reflection off the light of the power line, like the black insulator could be reflecting.
I mean, if it was taken off of a front porch, do we know if there was a window involved?
Right. Terry said he asked if there was glass, and they said no.
No glass. well, if there's no glass, then I don't know what that is.
Lisa said it was the power lines that she saw after you zoomed out.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's what she thought.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
that's
Good eyes. Good eyes. Yeah, that's a wild one, right? So we're gonna call that one an unknown, guys, or we're gonna pretty much go with that? Because I'm kind of thinking it's unknown.
Yeah, that one's weird.
It's weird, right? Because you think it's gonna be an easy one, but it's not.
Wow. These are JPEGs. Why aren't you wanting to play ball?
Oh. Hey, Beats here.
Ron, I'm going to send them over to you real quick.
All right. Somebody welcome Beats in.
Go for it.
There you go. Just woke up. Sorry. Not been feeling too good. But my crock pot steak and peppers will fix me up. Yes, they will, Beats.
There you
yes,
go.
they will. Always believe in the crock pot. It will never fail you. Unless you put something really dumb in it. I've done that before. But that does not sound dumb. That sounds very delicious. And I hope you feel better because I felt like crap for the past 2 weeks. There's been something going on. Joe had it first, and then I got it, and I don't know. It's weird, very weird. Okay, let me see.
All right, I just sent them over to you. Those are from Kenny.
Okay, let me open it up here. Yeah, you can't open those.
Oh, clear. I know. That's why I sent them to you.
No, we don't have the anything to open that extension. Is what I'm saying. That's why you can't open it. It's a ATT dot. It's I don't know what that is. It's supposed to be an MP4, but it's not.
I saved it as a JPEG. It shows up as a JPEG on my screen?
Not here. That's weird. Well, isn't that something?
So that's why it doesn't make any sense. That would explain why I have so much trouble sometimes pulling things from Facebook.
Yeah.
Into the results here to get them to populate, but like for me, it shows it's a JPEG.
Let me see. Hang on. Don't get all crazy. I might be able to make it work still somehow. Let's see. Do that. I think I got it. I got a couple things I can do here. Hang on. Let me see what I can do for you. Over here. And what are what are these pictures I'm supposed to be trying to pull up?
They're from the White Mountains.
Okay, White Mountains. Got you. All right, so we're going to be opening up some stuff from the White Mountains, folks. Hey, if you are enjoying the show, please do be sure to react. Leave us a little likey thing or whatever. Hit this, like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff, because we always forget to tell you guys to do that stuff because we're just really terrible at social media. Okay, so let me go here.
I'm just cheating, and I'm going to use a snip and sketch.
I got it, so don't be doing anything. Just chill. All right, I got 2 images. Is that what you sent me? And you could not open them because they were a JFIF. That's why you could not open them. So
yeah, that's the weird thing. On my screen, it shows JPEG.
It definitely is not. Whoa, what in the world am I looking at?
Yeah, open the next one.
I got one that's like a lake.
Yeah, they're both a lake.
Yeah, but I got one that's like a lake, and I've got one that's across the lake, and you can see something lighting up a tree.
They're both of the same spot. One's zoomed.
Okay, same spot. One zoomed. And I'm trying to find it. I don't.
And in one of them, there's a thing in the trees, and in the other one, there's not.
Yeah, there's not one in the trees in the unzoomed one. Right.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm looking at the right thing then.
Yep.
Okay, let me just frame this up, and we'll pop it over and let you guys see what we're talking about. How's that? That way everybody's on the same channel. See, here we go. All right, guys, we're going to go to present, share the screen. Here we go again. Y'all ready? Because I am.
Let's do it.
Okay. Can y'all see
Oh,
that?
you're just going to share screen and open it.
Yeah, that's the best
That's
way to
one
do
way
it.
to do it.
I'm not going to open it. I'm going to do a little more than that. I mean, can you see it? Everybody good?
Now we're good.
All right. So I'm going to zoom in as far as we can go, right?
So see those two white trees over to the right?
Coming over here,
They're
right
dead.
here, right there.
Yeah, zoom in there.
Zoom in right there. Okay. I'm going in. Oh, okay. I see it. This is this area.
Yep, it is that area.
Okay.
And then open up that other photo.
Okay.
There is nothing but woods behind that. So it's not like a peek through into an area where the sun would be setting.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, the sun is to the other. It's not on that side of the photograph, clearly. But yeah, that is where you're looking right there.
Area right there. It's these trees. Right here.
Yep.
Obviously, it's taking a slight different angle, but it is the same trees. You can tell which one trees they are.
But Kenny and his wife, as well as another witness, were all there at the same time.
So they all saw this.
They all saw this, and the other lady who was walking her dog actually is like, "What is that?"
Okay.
And so Kenny zoomed in on the camera trying to get a point with it, but yeah, that was all they could see it. All three of them could see it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and show
Kenny, if you want to provide a little bit more info there, Kenny said it's a pond. It's called Falls Pond. It's up in the White Mountains.
There you go. You can see it now. And you can also see something really cool about this, guys. From far out, we can see that thing is lighting the branch underneath it.
It's illuminating the branch under it.
And you'll understand that more after Wednesday.
Right.
How more important that is. But we can definitely see that is lighting the branch. See how that orange shift follows down right there? See that? Yeah. She's lighting.
Now I sent these off to Alexander Pedikov because these aren't terribly far from where he lives, but he was actually out filming at the time. But
yeah,
this area of the White Mountains has had, various phenomena. And it's not. It could be what one would call a window area.
Oh, really? Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, folks, what are you thinking about that one? Let's see if we can get some. Consensus on this. Beats, I'm going to make this real easy for you. You said, is this CGI? Let me show you something.
Kenny said the dog was going nuts. Beats says, is this real Kenny? No CGI? Yeah, Kenny hasn't augmented the photo at all.
So let me show you something just right there to clear that up for you. You can see there's no harsh edges here whatsoever around this.
Yeah,
these are all very nice, and those are per pixel, and we can tell those pixels are blended in real naturally. You're not going to do that. I mean,
if this was an augmented photo, that would be really, you could see the edge would be hard. Some of those pixels would be jet black.
Yeah, there's nothing here. It's not a cut. That's really cool. Like, really cool. Wow, look at that. Bright too.
Oh yeah.
And most people who are going to do, I'll tell you this, most people who are going to do a hoax or a fake, they're not going to get some of this detail down because they're really interested in the money shot, right? They're interested in this right here. But if we look at this right here, we can see if I go and say, oh, I want to make an orange ball. I'm going to put one over here in this tree. All right. So I'm going to put an orange ball over here in this tree. Ooh, look, an orange ball in the tree. You can see immediately that I'm going to have to do a lot more than just, doing an orange ball. I'm going to have to really go in here and, play
Get
around
the
with
light
colors, and yeah, you're gonna have to really get really
and
good with it. You're gonna have to go and
and
blur,
lighting. You have to emulate the lighting and
and you
everything.
yep, and you've got to get this. You see, this is where that's the part that I like the most, is where we're seeing that right here at the base of this thing. I'm gonna zoom in
Yeah,
again
the
real quick
illumination
for
of the
us.
branch.
Yeah, I love this illumination of this branch right here. These colors and these values right here. You're not going to paint
Well,
that
not just
in.
that, Ron, like, yeah, right there where your cursor is right there. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Look at
what you
that.
yes, it's illuminated. It's lit.
Yeah.
Right. Boom, right there. It's a little highlight right there on that branch. You can see it right there. There's a little highlight over here, a little highlight right there. But you see this really cool coloration. You got the orange, the white down in that. There's 2 shades of yellow here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that
Terry
one.
says that's freaking bright for daytime.
It's very bright for daytime. And I mean, that's like a little miniature sun out there.
Kenny over here says I'm not smart enough to do CGI. Oh, Kenny. Kenny said I made a call when I got there and before the woman showed up. So he was actually on the phone.
That's impressive. It really is.
Yeah.
That's a
It
really
was
good
a
capture.
fantastic the fact that
Yeah.
like the acuity was there to, oh, this I need to get a picture of this before it goes
Hey,
away, and actually
let's
did it is
and
like what 98% of people don't do.
it's hard because you're caught in the
Yeah.
moment, and you really got to get to the point where you train yourself. Look, I'm here to do this. This is what I have to do. And you got to snap yourself out of it and do it. It's hard. It's not easy. You've been there.
Oh, 100%. Kenny said it was 2:30 in the afternoon.
See, I mean, that's just ridiculously bright.
Yeah. Anita's in the house, finally made it. She's getting things
Anita.
ready for a chili cook-off.
Oh boy. Did that what week before last, right? Yeah. Or was that last week? That was last week. Nitro. Yeah. Let's try to pull. Look here. I want to show you something else. I'm going to pull all the
Kenny,
red.
Eyes in the Woods says, Kenny, you saw this with your own eyes. If not, it could be gamma rays hitting the lens. I catch these a lot because I film a lot at night, but I catch them in daytime too. Oz, Kenny and his wife and the other witness actually all saw this with their eyes.
I'm going to pull out the red.
Kenny said the gamma rays, or not Kenny, Oz in the Woods says the gamma rays confuse software and they show up as lit pixels.
There we go, right there. So that's pulling out all the red that we have, or almost all the red. Pull it all out. There. Almost. There. Got it. Pulled out all the red out of the image. You can see that the middle of it was pretty much primarily made of a red or red orange.
Yeah, because it's gone.
Yep. See that? Isn't that wild? So it's very interesting. I don't know what it is, but it's not as yellow as you think it is. That's the camera. We can tell that because we see this little red right here on this area. See, right in there. That area, that spot. But yeah, anyway, I think that's a really good one, guys. You caught a good little bit right there. I like that. I like that a lot.
Very, very cool.
Very cool.
I remember when he sent those to me, I got really excited. There is a fantastic little shot there. And the fact that it's in an area with historic UFO activity, as well as some Bigfoot activity too. You got subject A and subject B going on there in the White Mountains area.
Going those overlap things.
So, yep. Anita says it's possible as a reflective object. There would have probably been more light, ambient light everywhere else as well, is just my guess. Had it been a reflective object at the time of day. So
it's awesome.
But yeah, very good, Kenny. Good job. Good job.
Darn good job. That's awesome. Close that down. Find you guys another one.
All right, I'm going to do a screen share with you guys now, and do the footprint that Trackway sent in.
Okay, go right ahead.
see. Yeah, we're going to do entire window.
And folks, if you have anything you want to send in, feel free. We're still taking those in, so just send it to the address.
The perpetual loop. Look at that, guys.
Oh wow! Don't fall into that. You'll never get back.
All right. How's that look for you? Can you all see that?
Yeah, it's good. Shows up great.
All right. So Trackway sent this in. This was a fantastic capture.
Yeah.
Whenever I was first looking at this, it looked like there were a few different things going on here. And it's very interesting because you can see here this stick was stepped on originally because it helped create some of this harsh ridge line here, right? And it's directly underneath it. Like you can see this right here, that crease right there.
Yeah,
was created by the stick going down in it, right? But this is completely independent. This area right here is completely independent of this stick. So this was made by the exterior edge of a foot of something. Now, it also kind of leads into some slide in, or that it might have been kind of old because you have this matter right here.
Yeah.
That is still up, right?
Right.
Well, I got stuck looking at this for so long that I completely missed this heel print.
Huh.
And so there's a whole other footprint in here.
I see it.
Right here. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I see it though.
You've got a whole other footprint right here, the back end of a footprint. You can see look how wide that goes out through that way. Like there's no arch there. That is just a wad.
It's a heel too. You can tell that's
foot.
Yeah. It's not a bear. I can see that.
And how rounded out that hill is. Look at how round that bowl is. Even from this angle, how deep that went in.
It's deep, yeah.
That was a really good one. And then you lose it. You can't really see there. But there's just a little bit, the faintest bit of ridge line here. So it's see how that dips in right here?
Yeah.
You've got that mid-tarsal break area. Very nice foot shape. And it's very wide. Trackway, you got what the measurements would have been on that one by chance?
That's cool.
I really, really, really liked that one. Happy birthday, Beans. Oh, it's Seth's birthday.
Yes,
that's right. Is. Happy birthday, Beans. Larry says all the characteristics of a ghost whippoorwill body impression.
Probably.
Oh, good grief, Larry. Taken on a game trail?
Okay, let me find this one. I've got this one. And I'm going to put this up.
Trackway said that's from Salt Fork. You got what the measurements were on those on either of those? Off the top of my head, I don't, but they were bigger than your foot. Yeah, okay. The width was definitely like the width on that one. You could definitely see the width on it, and I really liked the shape because you could tell it wasn't a boot.
No, Seth said it's been one of his best birthdays in a while. Well, enjoy that because that doesn't happen too often.
Good deal, buddy.
That is awesome.
Very, very good.
All right, so I'm going to pop the next one up here. Let you guys see that. I'm going to go over here. Yeah, looks like a black screen, which is what it should look like. And share screen.
Oh, you guys saw my email with 8,977 emails.
Okay. So I'm just going to hit play on this. That's all I'm going to do. and we're gonna watch it, and then I'll see if I can enhance it a little bit so we can try and see a little bit better. But watch what's happening. This is clearly driving footage, right? There's a flash. You saw that flash for a second there, right? All right, so watch this.
Oh,
what was that? What is that? What is that? All right, so let's go back in here.
Let's stop it on one of those blips and let's take a look. See what colors
we can find out what look at that. So let's see what we can figure out. What are we looking at?
Oh, wow. The smaller one was about 6 inches. So that was the one that had the big wide heel and the wide foot that was really visible. That is crazy, the width on that. That's very similar to the one that we have from Canola State Forest. It was cast in January.
There we go.
Wait, what the? What?
You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we know that's not, what do you think that's not, Joe?
It's not an aircraft.
Well, it's not an aircraft.
Not blinking like that.
Not that we know of. Nope, it's not.
Well, even if it was like, say, a bomber, okay? The bombers are triangular shaped. Their lights blink the right way.
Yeah, it don't work that way. Those
These
are all just
aren't
all
blinking,
over the place.
and those are
no, it's all over the place. And it's let's see if I can get a size on this thing. Okay. I want you to notice that one on the right. It's a very weird.
The brightest.
It's got 2. See that? There's always 2 on
Is that 2 or is it motion blur?
No, it's not motion blur. That's what I thought too. But you'll notice there's none on the others.
Oh, yeah.
See that? Even the motion blur.
Well, I mean, kind of like right there.
Here's motion blur.
Yeah, go back a little bit though. Yeah, there are 2 dots there, but go back a little bit because there's another dot right there. Back a little.
There's frame by frame.
Right there. Back one more. Right there.
Yeah. So you've got multiple of these things pulling into a triangular formation. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot.
There's more than what you think.
Way more. Huh.
Isn't that cool? Taken near Parkersburg. Yep.
Very interesting.
You heard me.
Very interesting.
Isn't it? So yeah, that's a really cool one. I think that's one of the coolest ones.
Yeah, Anita, send them over to the Wild and Weird email.
Definitely.
Or mine, either one.
It's definitely a cool one. I've got something here.
That is super interesting, man.
Yeah, I thought it was. Here's one that was sent to us. And whoever's in the audience, if you want to, you know your work. So if you're okay talking about it, go right ahead and talk about it. Folks, you got questions, please feel free. Ask. And Tommy is the one who provided this one. So Mr. Swagger captured baby Mothman. He's very happy. Hang on, you'll see him. There he is. Just like that. He comes in and disappears. Oh, there he is. And yeah, we can see that is there's his wings.
Yeah.
And then he just goes down somewhere right in there and just disappears off camera. Very shy, apparently. But yeah. I mean, it could be a moth. Couldn't that be a grasshopper or something too? I don't know. Looks more like a moth, doesn't it?
As I say, it looks more like a moth with the body shape.
Yeah.
That big back end carapace. It's a silk moth of some site.
Coming, those little guys that, yeah, they come to your flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're fun. Let's see, I got another one from Tommy. There we go. Night vision. And Tommy, you want to tell us what we're looking at here?
Oh yeah, this was fun. He took these the other night.
Mm-hmm.
This past Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Same night that we were out.
Yep. You can see an aircraft there with the contrail.
Yeah. What are we looking at here? Mm-hmm. So there's supposed to be 4 UAPs in the tree line. That's what we're looking for. All right. Let's look for it. See if we can find it. Oh, wow. I've got these bright objects in the trees. Do you see anything?
Just the bright.
Wait. That's moving. This one up here in the corner is moving. Right before the plane. Or it might be the... No, that's moving. Yeah, this is moving right here, this area. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, it's faint, but it's moving.
It's very faint. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in a little bit on it so I can get a clear shot of it. Let's go in. Okay, let's see if we can watch the movement in this zone right here, guys. I'm backing it up, and then we'll go forward. I'm going backwards right now. The plane's flying backwards. And literally, that thing is right off to the right of the plane, I think, is what I'm looking at in this region. Yeah, there it is. It is moving. Ooh, it gets brighter, too. Oh. I don't know what happened there. Oh, yeah, that's totally moving. It's kind of got a pulsation to it, too. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. What's the folks say on that one?
B says doesn't look like a plane or helicopter.
Mm-mm.
It's an old contrail.
This is what we're looking at.
UAP comes left to right and comes up from the trees.
That's the one. This little guy right here. There's the plane. You can see the plane. Oh,
yeah.
They moved. Not yet, but the goggles. There. Right here. You can see him. Blinky, blinky, blinky. It's kind of blinking a little bit. See that pulsing going on? Then it pulses up real big there. Kind of bright. And it's kind of fades out. Look at that. You see that?
Yeah.
Let me go forward. Watch. Gone and back. So it's like, yeah, it's weird. It's just kind of like pulsing. Coming in, coming out. That's weird.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's a cool one, guys. That's a cool one. I like that one. Obviously, it is a weather balloon filled with swamp gas, reflecting the light of Venus. That one is solved, guys.
Yeah, that one's interesting.
That's cool, right? All right, so I think there's enough.
I got these ready.
Okay. Well,
These,
there's enough people here to show the really neat one. So
okay.
do that after. So go right ahead.
Yeah. You want to do that right after this one?
Yeah, let's do it right after this one.
Okay. So these were sent in by a good friend of mine. They went camping earlier in the summer, and we were going to go up and do an investigation in the area. Never made it there. But these photos warranted enough attention to get us up there. Now, they're in a campground, public campground.
Whoa.
And these were taken by their kids. Now, these were not deer. Just to put it out there, those are forward-facing eyes. Deer don't have forward-facing eyes.
This is pretty interesting and terrifying, by the way, for multiple reasons.
And then the next one. That big open area there in the middle, that's a road.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely, it's definitely on the list to get up there.
Yeah.
And look around for sure. Yeah, it's something.
But you can see there's a big restroom area way back there in the background in this one. That's where the dusk to dawn light's at.
Not wild, guys.
There you go. Let's see what you guys think of those. It's a pack. Yeah, it's a something. 3 sets of eyes. Holy moly. Yes, what Larry said. Predator eyes. They're forward-facing eyes. So that, yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And well, Miss Trackway, when the Coyote's saying this one, and I don't know when you sent the comment in, but this one, the far left one's definitely not a coyote. Now, the one on the far right, that one could be. That's in the right range. But the other two, I'm not sure. Very nocturnal. Nope. Yeah, we don't know what these are. Now, some of those were only 3 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
And
that's the weird, uncomfortable part.
Seems why, yeah, it's not, and they're not the right placement either. Deer's eyes are on the sides of their face. Trash pandas, I thought the very first, I thought it could have been raccoon, but the problem goes back to this one. This is an open road, right? This is where they drive their trailer in. There's nothing for that raccoon to be standing on to make it in the 6-7 foot range. Cause I've got pictures of daytime too from this, but they didn't want to be on camera. So these are very high off the ground. Like that far left one is at least 6.5 feet off the ground. But yeah, it's really interesting. Not at 6.5 feet.
What is
but
it?
for the other one.
What's not 6.5 feet? What are you talking about?
Oh, coy wolf. This.
Oh, okay. You gotta read them because people aren't.
Oh, I didn't know you can see them.
Yeah, I can't see.
So coy wolves up this way could account for the height, not at 6.5 feet.
Got you.
Then Anita says gray fox. Again, we're looking at a gray fox are tiny. Okay. Stilt-legged raccoons would be more terrifying than not deer. Yeah, that was true. Yeah, I mean the coy wolves are getting kind of big because like they're also mixing with domestic dogs and things like that. But even German shepherds aren't 6.5 feet tall. Now the other one, yeah, it could equate for that, but
I don't know what those things were, man.
Yeah, it's very odd.
Yeah, it's kind of unnerving. I'll be honest with you. I don't like that. I heard some stories today from some people, and They were in the Boone County area. And I didn't like that either. It was basically dog things.
Oh,
Yeah,
what part of Boone?
you know the part. And one of the persons that they had talked to had told them it was a devil dog, and they were 100% sure of that. And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, there's your problem. They're 100% sure of it." But that is interesting that you heard that, and there were other things like tree knocks and other things going on. So
Gotcha.
dogs don't typically do that.
No, Boone
Y-
County's not. That's that's a
Yeah, I
hometown.
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Where me and the wife are both from.
yeah.
I have to what get me in touch
I'll
with them.
find it. I'll find it.
Yeah, get me in touch with 'em. I might even know them. They might, or vice versa.
Hmm.
I do like the rounded edges. I just now saw the rounded
Isn't
edges.
it cool? Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's good. Kenny Hess says, "Mama and two juvies." I don't know. It's
Mm,
very odd.
don't know.
Very
Don't
odd.
know. Don't know. Bear standing up, two cubs.
She said, "My bad, didn't look like 6 foot on the phone." Yeah, a few of them were not, but the one that had 3 sets of eyes in it, they did a recreation during the daytime that they didn't want me to use their images of them on camera. I had permission to use the other stuff, but not the pictures of the kids and such. They went out and tried to mark out where those were, and around where those eyes would have been on that road was about 6.5 feet up. Yeah, wolf
Mm,
hybrids can pull that kind of a height, but like walking around on 2 legs again is not normal behavior, especially standing on 2 legs for long periods of times and just kind of like eerily standing there, lurking, watching long
yeah,
enough to have photos taken.
yeah. Well,
Seth said he did a devil dog tattoo this week.
that doesn't surprise me.
Oz says the eyes remind me of the eyes that showed up on my security cam, free floating. They came up like eyelids, just opened, closed, and were gone. It's the night footage that I stashed and wouldn't. Well, what you brought up there is exactly what makes. Where is it at? Uh, it's what makes this one so interesting. If you look at the eyes to the right of the thickest tree there, the farthest right set of eyes, you can see stuff behind it. You can see a broken tree and some tools and all that stuff, and you can see behind where a body should be. Just just throwing that out there.
All right. Let's see. Um. Okay. Well, I'm going to show some photos now, and these have never been seen before.
That
Just
says
to
it
let
looked like Oz in my window that was on the show.
just to let you all know. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that's right. Was that in last? Yeah, it was in the first episode of Wineberry. Yeah. Share screen. Okay. There we go. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna do the still photos first. Show you a few still photos. I'm not gonna show you all the still photos, but we're just gonna show you some of the still photos. Okay, here's one of them. How you guys? Can you see that? Are you good? Got that one, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go to number two. Let's go to number 3. Now, what's interesting about number 3 is that, the stars aren't moving. It's not a
Nope.
motion. It's not a motion blur. Can't be a motion blur. But whatever the heck that is, well,
That definitely moved.
that moved. That moved it. And then this, I don't even know what to make of this. This is just bizarre. I'm gonna go in here a little bit. Again, we see the stars have not moved, but then there's these strange things that did move. Yeah. And then
Now, were these ones from 3 weeks ago?
And this is one I'm going to show just because it shows up in multiples, by the way, but this is just one frame I wanted you to look at that we found when looking really, really, really close. You can see right there in the center of that circle. Right there. Can everybody see that okay? Let me make it a little more clear for you. There you go. But wait, there's more. Another one down here. Right here. Now, these guys actually were in several of the photos from that night as we were doing our experiments. And yeah, I hadn't even noticed them until I just kept going back. I'm like, wait a minute. And they were showing up in multiple locations during that that particular investigation. So, but yeah, that's one of them right there. And you can see it's not a complete circle. It's a nice oval. And this is not the one you think it is, by the way.
Oh, no, I didn't think that was it either.
And then we had this one, which is probably my favorite from the whole series.
Yeah, that one's cool.
We'll zoom in on this. There we go. Get up there a little bit. There we go.
That one's a fun one.
Yep. So there's a couple of really cool images that you're going to see in the future. Into something.
Jerry said the circle's the wrong color.
It's on purpose. I hate those red circles. So we make sure that it's either green or yellow. Yeah. So there's some of the things.
Looks like Starship Enterprise.
Whoa. No, we can't talk about it.
Ron said, Oz says the one with movement between just looks like owls I captured one night lapse with 20-second exposure.
Which one?
I'm not sure. There were several with movement between them. Maybe that one.
Mm-hmm.
The only probably we weren't looking in the forest. These were actually long exposures of the sky getting photographs.
They were actually taken above us while we were conducting some experiments, and that's all we can say right now. We didn't notice these. And the guy who was taking the photos at the time didn't even notice them until we look back, and that's how this works. We just take long duration photos while we are conducting experiments, and then go back and take a look at them, and lo and behold, there are things that are showing up in those particular experiments, and these are some of the things that are showing up. Again, you will get to see a lot more of that in the future. I promise. Don't worry, it's all documented. But that's not the best thing. See, you guys stayed around, you hung around. See, you're good people. There's video. And this is never before seen video. It is watermarked. I'm just letting you know right now because I know how the internet be. No one's ever seen this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up here. Before I do that, Joe, why don't you run down that big old thank you list for everybody who has managed to make this show possible for every single person, etc., etc. And I'm gonna get this ready.
All righty, there we go. It is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. These guys are who keep things possible here at Wild and Weird Radio and beyond, keeping us out in the field, keeping us active and with the equipment we need to do the things that we're doing. And for that, we thank each and every one of you guys. Y'all are awesome. The support that you guys show us week in, week out is unbelievable. And it is truly what keeps it free for everybody, keeps everything out from behind paywalls, keeps everything from being hyper structured. And if you want to do this, then do this kind of stuff. It keeps it out there for everybody. And everybody gets to see everything that way as well. Larry Hose keeping it free right there, brother. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate
absolutely. Blessings, Larry. Absolute blessings. Huge blessings go out to you guys. So here we go.
Hold up.
Oh, go ahead. Give me. Oh, so much better. Thank you, Larry. Thank you so much. So this has never been seen by anyone. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail right now. Again, this will be in the future. You'll get to see a lot more of this. We have a lot of things that we're going to be bringing out exclusively that you will see here. Okay. They will eventually make them themselves into other places. You'll get to see them there as well. Some places of that will be, of course, Paranormal Horizons, which again, next Wednesday, worldwide premiere. Monday is for squad members. You guys will get to see it, and it will be the conclusion of Wineberry, at least this season, so here we go. Present. I don't know. They don't look like they're very excited, Joe. They just don't look excited at all. Let's see. Here we go. Share screen. And I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. All right. Never before seen. And get ready for it.
Oh, you're doing it now.
This isn't that one. This is the other one. No, this isn't the Grail, but this is good. This is really good. So there you go. There's the date, so forth and so on. And I want you to pay attention to what happens here. You can see a plane flashing, but that's not a plane right there. Can you see it?
Now this is using a Psionics
Let's go back and watch watching this area here. You'll see it come up right there. It'll go over. It's up again, up here, and then it just kind of zips off. Watch it again. Very ghosty. The best way to put it. It's very
right
ghosty.
On the edge of the spectrum of visibility.
Yep,
for this.
Sure is. Sure is. You can see it right above the tree line. The higher up it gets, it's boom, gone. And yeah. See if I can get in. There's our shot. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, so here it is. So we're just going to zoom in on it real quick, or a little bit. And you can see the coloration of it. Completely different than the stars in the background. There's nothing else that's literally even close to the same color as this thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, there it is. Moving off. Just on the edge of visibility. Literally. And that's what
the reason I think too for being on the edge of visibility for this is that color looks like it's on the edge of the ultraviolet.
Exactly.
So Osna was says, "Oh, I've seen some just like this, but I've never actually captured it. I did have the right equipment. This is fantastic.
It's the first time that we've managed to capture one, but like this. I'll say like this. But what's better is that Joe actually observed this thing after I couldn't observe it a little bit more on thermal until it just completely vanished. So it's there. There it is.
Yeah.
So that's a little sneak peek at some of the stuff that's going on back here. That's what we're doing with that funding that you guys give us.
Yep.
Every little bit helps us to get the data. And man, I'm telling you, we've gotten some really good data. I wish I could say more. I can't. And it'll come soon. You'll get to see it soon. But
Soon.
I can promise you that, in my opinion, it is probably the best data that we have ever captured. It may be some of the best data that has ever been captured. And
At least on the civilian front.
That's not that's not an understatement.
Yeah.
Or an overstatement. Whatever it is. Either way, that's not exaggerations, what I'm trying to say. It's not a marketing thing. It is, we have to be careful with how we proceed from this point on. Let's just put it
right. Very careful.
Yeah.
Because
but you guys did it. So many thank yous.
It's your fault.
It's your fault. You did it. So, many blessings to every single one of you. Every dollar that you spent with us, everything that you bought from our table, all the goofy little things you've done, you did it. And so this is your data, and you're going to get your data. It's not one of those matters of where, we're going to hold on to it and make you pay for it. Nope. You're going to get your data. You just got to wait, because we've got to figure out a way to do it in such a way that it makes sense and that it's free and fair.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what to make of it. I know what to make of it. I don't know what to say. I don't have words, and you guys are just going to wait.
Yeah.
So
what do we got over here in the comments?
Oh, everybody was just saying that was awesome. I already splashed them up and ran them through.
Okay.
Then wasn't no baby Mothman, but it's all right.
No, your baby Mothman is clearly the winner tonight.
Adam Good. This is to keep track. I've already fixed it though. That's the thing. I fixed it like 5 minutes ago.
Misspelled. What's going on? I thought you fixed that.
Huh?
You fixed that before.
Not the other night.
No,
I fixed it. Fixed it tonight though.
Gotcha.
So sorry, Adam, but we'll make it up to you Saturday. How's that?
Yes.
And come on, there's so much stuff. I got to clean this up.
Oh, what? Wait, what? Did he do it 2 times? Unfix.
What? Oh, he said unfix it. He wants me to miss.
Oh,
good Lord.
I got you. Adam, multiple thank yous for everything. Yes, the sky watching with Sonics can be frustrating because you see so much stuff flying over. Yep, and the idea is to weed out what those things are. That's why we have a lot of satellite apps or whatever that are pulled up.
Yep.
At this point, we can pretty well get a good idea of what we're looking at. But
I even made a makeshift set of nogs the other night.
Yeah.
Where I was using the psionics in one hand and a thermal in the other, and using both eyes trying to track an object. It was kind of comical.
Yeah, but it's definitely a struggle at times, especially when you're trying to track something with thermal and with infrared and night vision. It gets a little daunting at times, but because we do that. We have several of each out there on the field, and we're going to get another one. I believe that's our next piece of equipment.
As soon as payday hits.
Yep, next piece of equipment is probably going to be a another psionics. Just get into the field, and that way we can have multiple validations. That way we'll have multiple validations across the board. All the equipment has multiples, and that way we can look at that and say, okay, now if that piece of equipment failed and that piece of equipment failed, we got issues.
Yeah.
And we have seen issues where
Yeah.
multiple pieces of equipment have gone down.
Well, I mean, we were out, and every
At the
piece of
exact same
equipment we
time.
had went down except for one.
Yeah, exactly. So, these things do happen. Those are data sources, those are data points. And it's just nuts when it happens. That's all I can say about it. It is absolutely nuts when it happens.
Yeah.
So, is everyone have you been amused enough? Have you had your fill of In Focus? Did you enjoy it? Did
We
we
had a
just
lot to go over tonight. We went over and we hit a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, I thought we did. I thought we hit quite a few things. And we had a lot of people who sent some stuff in. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Anytime you guys want to do that, please feel free. Send them over, send your data over. We'll look at it right here with the whole community and let everybody try to figure out what's going on, because we like to do that. And, of course we do that. I mean, that's why we agreed to do, Paranormal Horizons, right? I mean, to share the data. That's the whole point.
100%.
Get it out there. Get it out there. And
it's so important that you're involved, because without you guys doing what you've done and the things you've done and been places with us, and the encouragement, even beyond anything financial that you give, the encouragement that you guys give us week in, week out, and then showing up to events and talking to us and giving us those, shots in the backside that we need to keep us moving when we're getting worn down. It's monumental.
Oh, it's needed at times. Like this week, I looked very forward to this show. Trust me. After ever having all the crap,
You've had a mess for 6 days.
Yeah, it's always good to to look forward to something, and I don't know, it's fun. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's therapeutic. Everyone enjoys themselves. They can be themselves here, and that's what it's all about. That's what this place is all about.
Yeah.
And then we get to actually share this stuff. That's even better. So that's cool.
Beats says, "All you guys keep it free for poor old retired folks like me, but I do monthly to STM." It's okay because we're over there too.
That's funny.
You guys who support STM also support Paranormal Horizons. That's how it gets paid for, and it's huge that you guys are going out and helping them too.
Yep, exactly. Absolutely.
Larry said, "Now we look forward to CryptidCon. Just a few weeks. What is it? It is CryptidCon is 2 weeks away.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Crazy times, and then that is the wrap up on the show year for us, and being on the road, out shaking babies and kissing hands, and
yeah. And I will say this: we will have posters there, so we will have the research posters. And spoiler alert, you will want that poster. That poster is going to be seen by a lot of people very soon. So get your poster while you can get your poster, is what I'm saying. We even got some tubes coming to put them in, right, Joe? Got some.
Yep. You'll be able to get a tube to go along with your poster to protect it along its journey.
That way you don't have to worry about getting messed up. So yeah, and of course we will sign them, if you want that crap. But whatever, we'll do it for you. So it'll be a fun time, and everybody, come on out and chill out with us. Definitely.
Night, Lisa. Have a good one.
Night, Lisa.
Talk to you soon. Terry says, "Can't wait to CryptidCon."
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We've got a few things to do there, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot of people coming over to the table, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if you got your questions, come on down, talk to them.
That'll be the time to do it. CryptidCon's always the show to be able to talk and hang out.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
that's one of the reasons that we
Yep.
keep going back year in, year out with CryptidCon, is just because it allows us the time to hang out with people that we don't get to any other time.
Yeah. It's true. It's
So,
true. It's a lot of fun. And,
yep.
if you can be there, like I said, be there. Because we have a blast with it. And, yeah, it's our last show of the season. So it's the wrap party, so to speak. Right. So,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fun behind it,
Yep.
and possibly margaritas. I don't know.
Possibly margaritas.
I'm hoping.
Maybe flaming coconuts.
I don't know about that, but I do know. I do know there'll be a margarita that's involved in some way, shape, or form. That's going to happen. So you guys, again, next Wednesday, and then
Yep.
Thursday, be here for Beyond the Horizon, where we will be talking about what you just watched the day before. And kind of
Both of
discuss
what you
it.
just watched the day before, the UFO hearing and the
It's going to be
Horizons.
busy.
It's going to be a busy episode.
Thursday's going to be very busy, so just be prepared for it. We're going to be jumping around with a lot of stuff, a lot of questions people are going to be having. You're going to have a lot of questions about Wineberry. Trust me,
Yep.
you will have a lot of questions because we still do. Okay.
Yep.
I would get spoiler alert. We may not have answers for you,
Right.
but we'll get through it together. We'll look at the data and try to figure out, what's going on, show you a little behind the scenes stuff, that kind of thing, and get you some exclusive stuff that you have not seen yet. Because
Oh,
yes, there are gigabytes and gigabytes and gigabytes of stuff that you have not seen. Because honestly, I could have probably, I mean, we could have literally did 12 episodes on Wineberry. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it's
Easy.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
and who knows? Might happen one day in the future. I don't know.
Yep.
But if it does, you'll be the first to know. Don't worry.
Because we have footage from a whole trip from years ago that we never even released on our channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got a lot of. There's several weird things that happened that we've never really released.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they were just so weird at the time. It was like, do we really even want to do that? And now it's like, well, that makes perfect sense.
Right.
Considering all the other weird stuff that we've seen at this point, it's actually normal.
True story.
No, yeah, absolutely.
But back then we were like, what do we do?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
there were so many hard lines drawn in the sand by so many different communities. And back then we cared.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. And I think that's one of the things you got to get to. You've got to get to the point where you don't care anymore. And it's like, this is the data.
Yeah.
I don't care if you believe what we showed you. Like that little thing zipping through the sky, don't matter to me what you think that is. You want to think that that's a UFO. You want to think that's an angel. You want to think that's a demon. I don't care what you think it is. The point is, it's something. It's not an airplane. It's not a drone. It's not a bird. It's not an insect. Insert your label here because it does not matter. All we can say is it is something, and it is not. It's not that isolated. I think these things are there, and I think they're out there pretty much all the time. It's just you can't see them.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Because they're
Anyway.
outside of the visible spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have the tools to do it, you're not going to see it.
Yep. I really believe that's where we're at with a lot of this stuff. And I think that's why some of that stuff is so hush hush,
Yeah.
That's kind of a thing of like, you really don't want to do that. You really don't want to, you don't need to do that. It's okay. They're just UFOs. Leave it there, But when you get down to this thing to where you think, well, this is a thing that's there. I can't
all
see
the time.
it. Yeah. But I can't see it. And then you do get down into some of the weird philosophical things, don't you? You get down into that whole spiritual and religious aspect of the labels over the time, watchers, angels, things like that. And you can see where it comes up. So what are they? I do not know. Only that they are. That's what they are.
Yeah.
They are.
And they're always there.
They are.
Like,
yes.
I used to laugh and like chuckle from time to time whenever I was watching Ancient Aliens and they have that little bit. It's like, we are not alone. We have never been alone. And like, I'm like, oh, I mean, they come and go, whatever. No, no, at this point, like, I think that's the most true statement that's ever been
Well,
uttered.
you know what? We'll go with this really quick because this was brought up in that Manhattan thing. They were talking about Bud and Bud's view. And for those who don't know, Bud Hopkins really did not believe that we had the benevolent space brothers. He believed that these things were coming and they were going to take over humanity, and how they were going to
Yeah.
do it was they were going to breed us out of
Breed us out.
existence. But what Bud didn't understand was that it's not an invasion, it's an occupation, and we are probably already there.
Yeah, the occupation's already happened.
Millions of years ago, possibly.
Yeah.
And we are the product of that, i.e., they are us, we are them, etc., etc., at least to some extent, to some point. I don't even know what actual true human would be at this point. That's how far out it may be. That's my thought anyway.
Larry says sometimes it has to be kept quiet. Wouldn't want to speed the clock up. If these things are surveillance, then why? Thinking from a military mind leads you down a scary road. Oh, 100%, Larry.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
But I don't
You're
really,
exactly right. Because it's
again,
the same place my mind has gone many a time.
and we're dealing with something that is so beyond that you have to wonder. And again, I'll go back to sci-fi because sci-fi has always brought me great answers to a lot of these questions. Who watches The Watcher? Star Trek Next Generation. One of the better episodes that has ever been produced, next to the Inner Light. But if you guys get the time, please go watch Who Watches the Watchers. Star Trek Next Generation. I can't remember which season that was, but basically the premise is that there's a Federation outpost. It's on this planet. They're primitive people, and these people don't really have a religion or anything like that. They've done away with that, but they're still kind of, cavish like, right?
Yeah.
And there's a Federation outpost that's been watching them because we want to observe them because they're a lot like we were when we were developing, right? So what happens is one of their shields goes down, and the crew has to go down there and try to fix it. And when they're trying to fix it, they see, this mountain isn't really a mountain. There's a hole in the mountain. There's a holographic projection over the mountain. It's a shield. It's malfunctioned, and they find out that there's these beings that are living in the mountains. It's a great story. It's an incredible story. It has to deal with, an ancient contact type scenario. Yeah, it's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And then you're going to look back at what's happening right now, and you're going to be like, that is interesting when you think about it, because it is like we're being watched, we're being observed, and I don't think it's from a military standpoint. I think the military wants us to be that way because, hey, funding is great, right? Any threat you can throw is going to get you a brand new contract over here,
Unless they truly don't know what it is,
which is possible, Joe.
There's a lot of speculation that they've been on the same
possible
page and there's some kind of an accord or agreement, but that could be so far out in left field that they don't even, that's not even a reality.
Yes, Terry, the Picard.
So
he will save us. But yeah, and you're right. I mean, that's another thing that people, they want to believe. They want to believe that this is this grand conspiracy, that someone knows that they're here to do this and that. And maybe they do. Maybe. I'm going to play with maybe, because we don't have those answers. And even the people who are seeking those answers behind these top secret, programs, reverse engineering, all that stuff, maybe it is that they don't exactly know. And again, I'll say it. Even if they landed and told us, yeah, we're this, how could we prove that? We're just going to take it at face value. So you can understand being skeptical, even if you are standing in front of whatever this is.
Absolutely. Danny asked, I'm lost. CryptidCon, where and when and such. Well, here it is. CryptidCon, Lexington, Kentucky. It's November 23rd and 24th. We're going to be there hanging out with everybody. Giorgio Tsoukalos is going to be there. Can't wait to see him again. We've got some folks from Skinwalker Ranch that are going to be there. Some of the guys from Expedition Bigfoot and Finding Bigfoot are going to be there. It's going to be a good time. I know Hellbent Holler is also going to be there. It's a big time, guys. Beat says, who watches the Watchers? Star Trek Next Generation. I remember that, and we'll rewatch it.
Yes, right. One of my favorites.
Tommy said, I wonder if Elon ever watches Wild and Weird. Probably not.
Probably not, buddy. Probably not.
He's too busy catching rockets from space with robot arms.
Project Bluebeam starts the world over. Yeah, it probably doesn't, but you know. Besides, it's not blue anymore. You guys just don't understand. It's purple. It's purple. We've changed it. Right. It's called Project Purple Beam, and you'll understand that reference in the future.
Oh boy, guys, tonight's been fun. We had a lot of data to go over and covered it all in a really good amount of time. You guys are awesome. Thank you for always supporting everything that we do. And remember, CryptidCon is the last stop on the road for us this year. And if you want to come hang out, that's the show to do it at. It's going to be a good time. They've got a great lineup planned.
There it is. Yeah. Season 3, episode 4. That's the one you want to go look for, guys. Who watches the Watchers? Season 3, episode 4, Star Trek Next Generation. Engage.
Anita said, as red is going and blue is coming, then purple is here.
You are so close. You are so close.
You'll see soon. You'll see soon. That's all we can say.
Man, I wish you lived closer. We'd have a talk.
Yep. So, guys, y'all are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us. Danny Buckner says good night. Terry McCullough says great show as always. We appreciate you all for everything that you do for us. You guys are absolutely mind-blowingly awesome.
Multiple blessings.
We're almost wrapped on the project of Paranormal Horizons season 1. We're almost there. We're light at the end of the tunnel time. And we're going to have a great time wrapping that up, and can't wait for you guys to see the installments that are coming already in the pipe that are coming your way. It's wrapping up next week in Wineberry. And then from there, the episodes move out to Salt Fork, Ohio, and we're going to be hanging out with our good friend Glenn. And you guys are fantastic keeping up with that show. Next Thursday is Beyond the Horizon. Next Wednesday, worldwide release. If you are a member at Small Town Monsters, you're going to get a release of this in 4K ad-free on Monday, this coming Monday. Get a hold of us if you watch it on Monday. Let us know what you think. And then watch it again. Hang out in the chat with us on Wednesday while the show
we'll be there live in the chat, or try to be anyway. I think. What is it, like 2 o'clock?
We haven't missed any yet.
Isn't it usually like 2 o'clock or something?
It is midday, but we haven't missed any yet.
No, I've actually stopped work and pulled up the computer.
That's what I did this past episode. Was I actually took my lunch break late so I could jump in.
Yep, we will definitely field your questions and whatnot, and always leave your comments as well. Because we do get back to you. I mean, as long as you're asking real, legitimate questions, we get back to you.
Well, guys, 6 a.m. comes early. Y'all have been fantastic. We appreciate it again. Really, we just can't say it enough because of all the stuff that you guys have done for us. And remember, I did that too for the last time. Good. Keep that up.
Yes.
But remember, Wednesday, worldwide release, Paranormal Horizons, the Wineberry finale. Followed up Thursday, Beyond the Horizon, Wild and Weird Radio live, right here. Don't miss it. And remember, there are way more skeletons at the bottom of the ocean than buried in the ground. Stay wild and weird, everybody. Just food for thought.
What?
You're welcome.
I don't know. I don't get it. What does that mean?
It's where Jimmy Hoffa's at.
Oh, is that what you're trying to say? Good Lord.
Stay wild and weird, everybody.